So student, our next topic is comparing fractions. So in the previous video you must have seen the concept of comparing fraction and how do we compare the fraction. There you must have seen what are like fractions and unlike fractions. Okay, we compare on the basis of like fractions and unlike fraction. Now what is comparison? That I have already explained, that we will see whether in two or three fractions which fraction is greater or equal to or smaller than the other fractions. So what are like fraction? That we have seen that they have the same denominator. Those are like fractions, and unlike fraction does not have the same denominator. Okay, so like fractions are easy to compare, but unlike fraction are not that easy. We have to make them equivalent first and then we can compare. Equivalent means we have to make them like fractions first, मतलब उनके denominator हमें same करने होते हैं, then we can compare the unlike fractions. So now let us solve the exercise based on this. So exercise 7.4 is write shaded portion as fractions. First we have to write the shaded portion in the form of fractions and then arrange them in ascending and descending order using these signs between the fractions. So first you are going to write the fractions. Okay, like three parts are shaded, so the fraction for this will be 3/8. Here 6 parts are shaded out of 8 parts, so it will be 6/8. Similarly it will be 4/8 and it is 1/8. Now here we can see that all the fractions have the same denominator, so these are like fractions. So we will arrange them, as it is easy to arrange the like fraction. How do we arrange? We have seen the rule also, that if two fractions have the same denominator, means if they are like fractions, then the fraction with greater numerator is greater. So here 4 fractions are there. So if we are arranging in ascending order, so we will have to keep the smallest fraction first. So 1 is the smallest among all. Okay, 1/8 is smallest among all, as 1 is smaller than all the numbers given in the numerator. So we will arrange them in ascending order. Similarly in descending order means from greatest to smallest, so we can easily arrange the like fractions. Now question B is for homework, you will do on your own. Here also you will first write the fractions like that and then you will compare them and write in ascending and descending order. Now question number C. What is question number C? Look over here. Show 2/6, 4/6, 8/6 and 6/6 on the number line. So you have to show these fractions on the number line. How do we show these fractions on the number line? We know that easily, that 8/6 will be greater than 6/6. Okay, so it will come after it. Now 6/6 means what? 6/6 means 1. So first we will mark 0 to 1. Okay, and we will divide 0 to 1 into 6 equal parts. Okay, this will be 1/6, this is 2/6, 3/6, 4/6, 5/6, then 6/6. 8/6 is greater, so it will come somewhere over here. Okay, now we have marked these fractions on the number line. Now we will put appropriate sign between the fractions given. Now we will compare these fractions on number line. We know that on number line we always move in the right hand side direction in increasing order. Means the value of the fraction increases towards moving on right hand side. Okay, so 8/6 will be greater than 7/6, 7/6 will be greater than 6/6 and vice versa. So here you can see 5/6 and 2/6 are to be compared. So how you will compare them? Both are like fraction. It is easy to compare, and we have studied the rule that the fraction with the greatest numerator will be greater, so the sign will be this much. Mouth will be open towards this. Now 3/6 and 0. You can see over here that 3/6 will lie something over here. So first mark over here 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, 4/6, and this is 5/6. 1 means 6/6, as it can be cancelled, 7/6 and 8/6. So 3/6 is lying over here, that means it is greater than 0. Okay, so 3/6 will be greater. Similarly 1/6 and 6/6. Which one will be greater? 1/6 is lying here and 6/6 is lying here. So जो भी left में lie करेगा वो हमेशा क्या होता है, स्मॉलर होता है. अब 1 के लेफ्ट में 1/6 है, दैट्स वाई इट विल बी स्मॉलर. वी हैव स्टडीड द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ नंबर लाइन, सो दिस विल बी स्मॉलर एंड दिस इज ग्रेटर. This one you can do on your own. Now let us see question number 2. Compare the fractions and put an appropriate sign. So we have to first compare these fractions and then we have to put appropriate sign. If the fractions are like fraction, it is very easy to compare. So this one you are going to do on your own. But is this a like fraction? 1 and 1 is given. No, it is unlike fraction, because in like fraction only the denominator is same. This is an example of unlike fraction, but there is a rule also. If the numerator of the unlike fraction is equal, see, you can see, if two fractions have the same numerator, the fraction with greater denominator is smaller. Comparing unlike fraction we have seen, तो जिसका भी greater denominator होगा वो छोटा होगा अगर उनके numerators equal हैं तो. So here the 7 is greater than 4, so it will be smaller and 1/4 will be greater. So here this one you can compare on your own. It is a like fraction. Now 3/5 and 3/7. This one also you have to do on your own. So now let us see the question number 3. Make 5 more such pairs and put appropriate sign. So here I have made 6 pairs. Now you will compare these fractions and you are going to put the appropriate sign over here. Okay, you will do on your own. These question you have to do on your own as it is in your fair copy. Now let us see the question number 4. Look at the figure and write greater, smaller or equal to between the given pair of fractions. Okay, so these are some kind of number lines given over here, and on the basis of these we have to compare these fractions. So now let us see 1/6 and 1/3. See, 1/6 is here, and where is 1/3? 1/3 is here. Okay, so 1/6 is towards left of 1/3, so 1/3 will be greater. 1/6 का पोर्शन कम है ना, 1/3 का पोर्शन इससे ज़्यादा है, तो 1/3 is greater. Similarly you can compare 3/4 and 2/6. So 3/4 must be lying over here. This is 3/4, and where is 2/6? This is 2/6. So see, 2/6 is smaller than 3/4. So 3/4 will be greater. Similarly you can compare all these fractions and you have to write over here. Draw these also in your fair copy. Now you have to make 5 more such problems and solve them. So I have written over here question number 4 also. I have given some of the problem that you have to do on your own. So based on this only you have to solve these questions too. Now question number 5 is how quickly can you do this? Fill appropriate sign. Okay, so here you have to see you have to compare over here that which one will be greater or smaller, or which one is equal. So 1/2 and 1/5 is given. Already I have explained that how to compare the unlike fraction with the same numerator. Okay, so 5 is greater than 2, so it will be smaller, because unlike fraction में जिसका greater denominator होता है वो smaller होता है. 1/2 will be greater. So see over here, the fractions are 2/4 and 3/6. So for these type of fraction, what you are going to do first, see, first you will convert these fractions. You can cut them easily, divide them easily, so you will convert these fractions in the simplest form. तो कभी भी अगर आपको दिखे कि fractions को simplest form में convert किया जा सकता है, so you will divide them with the same number and convert them in the simplest form. Now you can see 2/4 is equals to 1/2 and 3/6 is also equal to 1/2. That means both are equal, so which sign will come over here? Equal to. Now let us see the C1. 3/5 and 2/3. Now these fractions do not have the same denominator, same numerator or the same denominator. So how we will solve them and how we will compare them? So make them equivalent like fraction, as we have studied in the concept that first we will make the equivalent like fractions. So only two fractions are given. So here we can use the method of cross multiplication. So what you will do, you will write 3 upon 5 and 2 upon 3 and you will cross multiply. Now in this cross multiplication, one more thing you have to do, that whenever we compare, we also multiply the denominators with the other denominator. This fraction, the denominator of this fraction will also be multiplied by that. Okay, we are going to use this cross multiplication over here along with the multiplication of the denominator. So here what you can do, 3 multiplied by 3, we will write first, we are going to multiply this fraction and we are going to write it over here. So 3 multiplied by 3 into 5 into 3. Okay, I have written separately over here. को क्या देखना है, सिर्फ दो fractions के लिए कर सकते हैं. 5 3 is 15. That means हमें denominator 15 बनाना है दोनों fractions का. Okay, अब 3 को आप 3 से multiply कर दीजिए and 5 3 is 15. You can write it over here. Similarly 2 का multiply 5 से हो जाएगा and 5 3 is 15 will be the common denominator in both. So it will be written like this. Now you can compare both of them. Okay, both are like fractions, equivalent like fractions. Now this one numerator is greater, so this will be greater and therefore you can write it like this. Now the second method will be the LCM method that you have to use. Okay, LCM method is that you will take out the LCM of 5 and 3. When you will take out the LCM, you will get that the LCM of 5 and 3 will be 15. Same thing हो गया वो. Now you have to form equivalent fractions with denominator 15. So you have to see that by 5 should be multiplied by which number so that we get 15. So 5 will be multiplied by 3 to get 15 over here. Similarly, you will convert this with denominator 15 to make the fraction with denominator 15. And now you can compare this. So either you can use this method or you can use this method, but this is a quick method. So in one question you are going to use these two methods and the other questions you are going to solve only by LCM method. Okay, now remaining questions are for homework that you have to do on your own. So see over here, here 5 upon 7 and 15 upon 21 is given already. So 15 upon 21 both comes in the table of 3. So they can be easily divided by 3. 3 5s are 15, 3 7s are 21. Now you can see over here clearly that both are equal. So if there is a fraction which can be reduced in the lowest form or the simplest form, then first reduced it and then only compare. Okay, then only use the method of LCM or this method of this cross multiplication to compare the fractions.